Right, Christchurch, mate, it's got a reputation. It's got a reputation for being one of the most racist places in the South. It is actually bad, man. Do you notice an explicit difference, or do you think like
Australia's hands down way more racist?
Really?
It's ridiculous. Like because me and Bob do like course together and all that. We had that discussion about the contrast of how racist it is over in Australia. I'm not even going to say it on camera how bad it is over there.
Okay, so the one thing that I always say is like a starter off with like how racist Australia is that 25 years ago you could still hunt them as a sport. It was legal.
The Aboriginal people.
Yeah.
Right.
It
was fine?
It was legal, yeah.
Was that okay?
And
Can I say that?
I guess so.
Yeah.
That's how they describe themselves, yeah. So in Australia, it was, I think this happened to the age. Don't quote me on this. This might not be accurate, but I'm pretty sure it was still legal to hunt.
My granddad told me that if you see an Aboriginal lying down in the road, you just have to keep going, because what they do is they lie in the middle of the road waiting for tourists, and then when you stop and help them, a bunch of them come and rob you.
Oh, really?
That was like a tactic? Yeah.
Is that true though? Is that like a real thing, or is that just like that just your uncle being a bit...
No, that was... the thing is, there was that racism, but that was actually a tactic. It was because there was like a bad relationship with the like people there in general. Like, like I said, they were hunted as a sport, like a fun game kind of thing.
That is fucking wild. I actually cannot imagine that. Like,
well, we say
because we're inundated with woke culture now, bro. Like.
Australia's very much behind. It's
really. I say the world is very racist. In general, the world is so racist still. Like, it's so funny because, like, or not funny, but like, it's funny. Like, why is that happening? Like, for example, apartheid ended in '94.
Yeah,
like
that's pretty fucking recent.
Yeah, they had separate.
When did it end, sorry?
What, of '94?
And you described that as what?
Recent.
Exactly.
That's when he was born.
It's not that old. Just want to really point it.
But like, that's the thing. It was quite recent, and like, think about it. In South Africa, they had separate water fountains when Kurt Cobain was doing tours.
For the black and the white people. For the black.
Michael Jackson had sold had the top selling album of all time, and they had separate.
What do you think about that? Like, was it confirmed he had a skin condition? Is that fact?
Oh yeah, we're getting into this.
No. That's a pretty drastic in my opinion, this could be really dodgy territory here. So let me know if I'm crossing the line. I'm going to try to choose my words carefully. But he went from a handsome black man to an ugly white woman. in the space of about 10 years. Do you not? No, sorry, but like, do you not think
So the thing
I personally think Michael Jackson, when he was younger, he had the suave, mate. He had all the tunes. Jackson 5. Like, I don't know personally. Like, obviously, I can't see inside his head. And then next thing I know, he's a white female.
Yeah, well, Michael Jackson had a rough history. That's all it was, I reckon. It's just that he had a very messed up childhood. I don't know if you know about the Jackson. This explains a lot, and I'm glad I get to tell you about this. Pretty much
the Jackson 5.
Yeah. So the Jackson's 5's dad was very, very like harsh on them, like beat them and like made them into this band to like perform in front of everybody, right?
Yeah.
It was called the Jackson 4 actually, and then Michael got to about 6. He sung at a school. And then they said the Jackson 4 just became the Jackson 5.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and
so
then
it's like a big thing.
From 6 years old, he's like the lead singer of the Jackson 5, and like, they're making like global hits, and he's the youngest child star, the most successful child star at the time, and everything like that.
Isn't there rumours that they did something to his voice to keep it that, like...
Yeah, he does sound very feminine. And just for reference, I love Michael Jackson. I think his music is sick. And if he did have that skin condition, what I said was highly inappropriate. And that's
music good as a person. There's a couple of documentaries, and I'm a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's a kid fucker.
Yeah. Dude, when's he gonna realise we're talking about Michael Jackson? We're gonna. I do have a funny story about how there's the documentary about the two people that
Leaving Neverland.
Yeah, something like that.
Neverland, yeah.
When I was watching that, I was living in Brisbane at the time, and we were in quite a new apartment block at the Brisbane Sky Tower. So I was in my room, I was hungover on a Sunday, and I was watching it, And no shit, like one of the first scenes is like an aerial shot of Brisbane, and I could see like fucking clear as day my apartment. And
whoa!
And I was like, holy shit! So a little bit too close to home because one of the guys in it is from Brisbane, so like here's me watching it, and one of the first clips is like a scenic shot of Brisbane. Like, fuck, that's my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you were talking about with the keeping the voice high, they're called castrados, and it was in the 1800s in Britain. What they used to do.
How do you know this?
I watch way too many podcasts. Anyway, so there was the castrados, and they were like UK boys that in the 1800s, and they were actually like castrated, got their balls cut off to stop them going through puberty, to like not release those hormones and stuff like that. So they'd just stay high pitched, and then they'd never leave that, like, because girls wouldn't be singers. They don't have that, like, they wouldn't let them be in the choirs and stuff like that. So they had to have boys with higher voices.
Right. On that, Bob, if they do get castrated, do they still have the ability to get it up?
No, they can't pee because the pee is stored in the balls, James.
that's a well-known scientific
So,
fact.
so they go without their life without never experiencing that?
Yeah, I think, well...
Sorry, can I just clear something up? If Michael Jackson had the skin condition, him changing colour, completely appropriate. I feel like what I said was borderline, like bordering on racist.
Yeah, so...
I didn't mean to be racist, that was just like a
and
joke.
And the theory is around that he had a skin condition, like, where,
so he
like,
did.
He had, like,
do we know this, or is
this
kind of a bit skeptical?
It's all speculation.
Okay, so then my joke was warranted.
Nothing.
Maybe not.
Everything is speculated, but like apparently it was like he had a skin condition, and then he tried to fix it with plastic surgery.
Because then he came out with it doesn't matter if you're black or white, which kind of looks hypocritical.
I was literally about to say, it's like if you didn't know that he used to be black and had the skin condition, and you were just like, say, like you've never experienced Michael Jackson in your life before,
and you just see this white guy,
and you watch the music video, they don't really care about us, and the thing behind that, you're like watching him like.
And he's
that's the problem with culture.
Exactly. Like, if you're just seeing some white guy for the first time saying it doesn't matter if you're black or white, it's like, well, why are you even singing about that in the first place?
I don't think they understand the concept of that song till they watch the music video to go.
No.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, the music video has a lot.
They talk about poor treatment. So I feel like a lot of people don't understand the meaning of that song till they watch that video.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I mean, to be honest, I don't really know. Like, I feel like he probably did have this skin condition, to be honest, and that his change probably was warranted. And look, if you feel more comfortable being white, frankly, do it. Or if you feel more comfortable being black and you don't like skin condition or not, mate, it's important you are comfortable in your own skin.
Well, the main thing is his doctor killed him.
Well, that's the thing. And whether he's comfortable being black, being white, or in kids, good for him.
Yeah. Alright. So, I'm kidding.